Hi, and welcome to another episode of Walking the Path. Every week I'm choosing to walk a path somewhere, sharing some thoughts about life and how to make the most of it. And today I'm at the Murray Edwards College in Cambridge, walking the campus path. And I've been here making a presentation today for the Cambridge Leadership Academy, and I presented goal mapping to 20 of their students from a number of different countries that have come here to be educated. And what was so refreshing for me today was that the teachers absolutely understood the importance of teaching life skills to their students, not just technical knowledge and harder skills. And it's just so refreshing to see that they understood that for us to be at our best, we need to learn about our mind and how we think effectively, and in particular the science of positive thinking, and then obviously to be able to set goals. They understood how fast the world is changing and that the knowledge they're teaching in the skills today is going to be quickly out of date. There'll be new knowledge, new process, new system, and so they must teach their students how to adapt to a fast changing world by thinking positively so they spot opportunities and then capturing their positive thought in the form of a goal. Admittedly, these are students that have come from very privileged backgrounds, and they have, if you like, a privileged opportunity, but even so, they face a lot of the same challenges that many students and teenagers face, and the pressure to do well, and the expectation of parents and all of those things. And so much of the presentation today was not just about how you create a goal map to help you move through the changes of life in your future, and you'll see many changes over the next years. It was also an understanding that feeling confident, feeling good about ourselves, believing in ourselves, these are not things that some people are born with and others are not. These are qualities that we cultivate. These are aspects of ourselves that we develop. And sometimes they come as part of the reward for setting goals, that as we move towards a goal, we grow as a person, and when we achieve it, we obviously feel very good about ourselves. But much more, the presentation was about how you develop this directly, how your thoughts directly influence your feelings, and those feelings then are projected out into the world as attitudes. And regardless of the start we have in life, there will always be tough times. No matter how privileged you may be, no matter how bright and gifted, talented in your education and subject, every so often life will get tough and your physical choices will be relatively limited. And that's the time when it's really important to remember that you can exercise your divinity, if you like, your ability to be creator of your reality. You can choose your thoughts. And even in the most limited of physical situations, we can choose our thought about it. And in that way, we influence the chemical release that creates our feeling and our attitude and our response towards life. And it's something that unfortunately I never learnt in school. It wasn't something I learnt till I discovered personal development. Those of you that know my story and have watched the videos will know that I grew up in a travelling family, and I didn't learn to read and write well until I was around about 30 years of age. And having a very limited ability to read and write, and actually a limited ability of vocabulary, I often guessed at the meaning of words. And one of the words that I would guess the meaning of was responsibility. And I guessed that responsibility meant blame. because that's often how I heard it in the conversation. Brian, are you going to take responsibility for this? And it sounded a lot like blame, and so I was always moving away from taking more responsibility because it felt like taking more blame. And only when I learnt to read and write, and I become interested in words and that you can trace the word back to a root derivative, did I one day see a definition of responsibility, that true responsibility has nothing to do with blame. It's actually power. It is your ability to choose your response. And this is the divine spark of free will in each of us. We are born with it, the ability to choose rather than being reactive. And it's what really sets us apart from other life forms. We have a much higher level of awareness, a much higher level to choose our response. And it starts with the thoughts that we think. Because by choosing our outlook, it influences our emotion, our attitude, our behaviour, and then the next set of situations. It becomes like a cycle. Some of the best advice I ever had on learning this was to choose on the little things. While you're born with the ability to choose, it's like a muscle. If you don't work it, it doesn't grow strong. Choose something that annoys you, and the next time it happens, choose to hold a positive thought about it. And by practicing choosing to take a positive thought and feeling towards things that would normally trigger an annoyance, you gradually build the muscle. And then that gives you the ability to actually choose on much bigger things, real issues in life. I look forward to being with you next week on another path, sharing another thought. It was so great today to share with these young students thoughts about choosing. Choose well, my friends, as you take each step on your journey towards the shores of your dreams. I wish you well. See you soon.